So how do you make this shift in your mindset? Well, first of all, you've got to be really aware of your current mindset. Be self-aware. Self-awareness is hard. It's like looking in the shadows and not being happy with what you see, but you can do that. When you are self-aware, you really are able to move forward. When you understand your leadership blind spots, those things that you don't have clarity to because they're your blind spots. I've had them, you have them, everyone has blind spots, and they change over time. Once you're aware of them, they're no longer a blind spot, but you have to deal with them.
Welcome to Grow Think Tank. This is the one and only place where you will get insight from the founders and the CEOs of the fastest growing privately held companies. I am the host. My name is Gene Hammett. I help leaders and their teams navigate the defining moments of their growth. Are you ready to grow?
You've built something incredible, and more hustle won't take you to the next level. It's time to shift your leadership mindset. I can't wait to share with you another tool to help you do that. And it is something I've shared before, but I'm going to give you a little bit of highlights from it that will help you even further. You can download the tool and decide for yourself. So let's jump in. My name is Gene Hammett. I'm an executive coach. I've been working with fast growth companies for a long time. And if you want to really accelerate the growth of your company, if you want to really take it to that next level, then we should have a conversation about what's going on, what's standing in your way, and I can help you get clarity and the confidence to keep moving and evolving as a leader. So this tool I've been hinting about is the 5 levels of leadership, which I've talked about before. We'll throw it up on the screen here, but this tool will really help you if you know what it is. At the bottom level is the anti-leader. This is the one that is seeking control. And that mindset is exactly what gets in the way. And it's impossible to scale your company if this is where you are. And no one self-assesses them there, right? You're not a micromanager. So the next level is the transactional leader. That transactional leader is the doer. They do the things and they are proud of the fact that they add value to the company. And many founders are very good at doing the thing. But the problem is if you get stuck doing the thing and you're not really playing at the highest leverage point of your business. The next level is strategic leader. That strategic leader is the one is focused on the bigger picture. They're looking around the corner and they are really deciding the priorities of what's next and how we do it. And that's important. But the problem there is they become the decision maker. And all too often, they are making all the decisions. And that actually limits growth too. All 3 of these levels are focused on work. And that may work for a period, but it's short term. At some point in time, you've got to rise to the next level. The 4th level is the exceptional leader. Now, this is where most people would like to be. They may not look at the 5th level as something that's attainable in the future, and it may not be, but you can get to exceptional leader if you really try. So what that exceptional leader is, you're focused on developing your team around you. You're no longer doing the work, and you are coaching, developing those people that are in front of you. And so they take care of decision-making, they take care of strategy, and they are doing the bulk of the work of your business. I'm not saying you don't spend some time doing something because I know that you're good at this, but when you're an exceptional leader, you're playing a different game than you are at the other lower levels of this diagram. And finally, the top level is the compound leader. That compound leader is the leader of leaders. They are making more leaders and they are really focused on other people's success. And you may not see the difference between these right away, but the compound leader is no longer in the day-to-day. You might think of it like the chairman of your company or an investor. And if you rise to that level, you're no longer required to be there on Monday and all the way through the day and all the way through Friday. You might show up to strategic conversations that you need to be at. You might be coaching your executives and you might show up to the board meetings or the quarterly meetings that the company may have. And that's all that you are really required to do. You can show up for others, but as a compound leader, that's an incredible place to be. Now, just from a number standpoint, those that are playing at the transactional level, 83% of leaders from our research of hundreds of people that have been on this podcast and our clients are still at that transactional leader. Now, it's not a bad thing, but it really isn't playing to the highest value. Now, there are 11% in strategic leadership, again, self-assessed. There are only 3% in the exceptional leader, and less than 1% make it to compound. Now, there's also about 2% that are in the anti-leader, the micromanagers out there. And so no one self-assesses them there, but I can pick it up based on their language. And that's just some of the data behind this. So how do you make this shift in your mindset? Well, first of all, you've got to be really aware of your current mindset. Be self-aware. Self-awareness is hard. It's like looking in the shadows and not being happy with what you see, but you can do that. When you are self-aware, you really are able to move forward. When you understand your leadership blind spots, those things that you don't have clarity to because they're your blind spots. I've had them, you have them, everyone has blind spots, and they change over time. And once you're aware of them, they're no longer a blind spot, but you have to deal with them. The best way to figure that out is to either have a mentor or a coach like me, someone with experience that will hold you accountable to it, won't you let you lie to yourself, and will really help you move forward. The second step in this journey of leadership mindset shift is to define your next level leadership mindset. And if I ask you, what is your mindset? You probably wouldn't be able to write it down. But if I asked you, who do you want to become as a leader? You could probably take a little bit of a moment and think about some of the things that you admire in other leaders that you know is necessary for you to take that to the next level. And when you answer that question, who do you need to become to be an exceptional leader? You will be able to do this. I had a client do this recently, and they wrote it down on a 3x5 card, or I wrote it down for them. They wanted to be decisive, focused, and confident. That is a very important clarity tool that when you as a leader know that this is what you're moving toward, you can start behaving this way, which takes us right into the final step of this shift, which is practicing that new mindset. Practice it when you're holding people accountable. Practice it when you're empowering them. Practice it when you're doing tough conversations. Of course, shameless plug, I've got the book and the neon behind me, How to Have Tough Conversations. It is a very critical part of you being the leader that you want to be. And so this leadership mindset shift is absolutely necessary if you want to scale your company, because what I know is you can't scale your company unless you scale yourself. That means scaling your mindset, scaling your thinking, and scaling how you show up as a leader for your team. Now, this is just a little bit of an example of some of the tools we use inside of our coaching. Hopefully you can take it and use it to your highest degree. I look forward to talking to you about what's going on in your business. If this has sparked something for you, just send me an email, gene@genehammett.com. I can't wait to talk to you. See you soon.